My name is Jan Schubert, and I have been a mentor at MassBay Community College for about a year and a half, and have had the enormous pleasure of working with a young woman whose name is Marianne Machuki, who is from Kenya. Marianne and I initially started out meeting face to face every week, and it was an enormous pleasure and a real joy for me to get to spend time with her and see her and hear about what had been happening that week, both in her classes and outside the classes as well. Obviously, with the pandemic, we had to shift that, but we have talked almost every single week, at least once a week. And it continues to be an honor and a pleasure. Marianne's been enormously successful at MassBay Community College. She'll be graduating and transferring to Northeastern in their health services program. Academically, she was already very strong by the time I had a relationship with her, but we decided to focus on two things. One was feeling really confident about how strong she was, and the other was to focus on feeling really proud of and owning the successes. When you come from a different culture and a culture where women are much more modest, self-effacing, this was a big leap forward for her to be able to say, I did a great job, which she did do a great job. Um, People often ask the question, why do you do mentoring programs? And I think I probably speak for every single person who joins this kind of a program. It's because we had mentors all throughout our lives. I mean, I can think of the very first mentor, a person who served in that role when I was in sixth grade. My sixth grade teacher, Dorothy Knight, who kind of took me under her wing and said, you can do this, go girl, and have been blessed and fortunate enough to have those kinds of people in my life throughout my career, both as a professional and just in my personal life. I think mentors do a lot of things. Mentors are supportive. They provide advice and information because there's no way that we can know everything. And having people in our lives who have a variety of experiences, backgrounds, professions, careers, gives us access to that information in ways that we otherwise wouldn't have. And that's just an enormous bonus and a big plus. They obviously provide encouragement. Mentors pick us up when we fall down and stand us up and say, do it again. Do it again better this time. You can do this. You can do this. So that encouragement, that support. I think mentors are also people who not just listen to us, but actually hear us. People who listen not just with their heads, but also with their hearts, and people who have absolutely believed in us and let us know that they believed in us. I think when we join programs like this as mentors, that's what we hope to bring to the experience for the students that we're working with. You often hear people say that when people play that kind of important role in your life, you can't pay them back. And that's probably true, but you can pay it forward. And I think that's what you see with mentors in the program. You see people who have benefited so much throughout their lives from the support, the advice, the experience that others shared with them, and they've decided to pay it forward by doing the same thing. Interestingly enough, students can be mentors right now. You don't have to wait till you graduate, go out there and get a job and or a real grown up, you can join the peer mentoring programs. And informally, you can just sit down with someone in the cafeteria after class, away from school, and listen and support and give advice, because that's what mentoring is all about. Um, Marianne, as I said, is graduating, but that's not the end of our relationship. One of the wonderful things that's happened over the year and a half is that this isn't just mentoring. This is about being friends. This is about having a really strong, deep bond and caring about one another. We've both had the experience in this year and a half of having people in our families die and sharing that and crying. We've had the experiences of getting awards and recognition and sharing that and being joyous and doing happy dancing all over the place for one another. And that's important. So, although she's graduating and although this is the end of our formal piece of mentoring, like many experiences in my life, it just keeps going. I would really encourage everyone to look for people to be mentors. And I would really encourage everyone to take the opportunity, even in small ways, to be a mentor.